7 of the
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Under center will be the Southern California native standing at 6'4", Sam Darnold.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Yetur Gross-Matos. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Second and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold. It's caught by Mike Evans.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Looking deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Faking the give, Darnold. And that is incomplete here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Darnold. And that's incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. Now you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw it right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Now look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Young, he can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
First downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Gets past one man, and they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. A good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Dumps it off to Fournette. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's a 2nd down. Now Darnold. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance traveled or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it. But he sure made it look easy there.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Darnold now to throw. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. No problem there on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Young going deep here for Allen. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there for Carolina. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Here's Young from the shotgun. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
The kick by Bass is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. Remember, right now they are on a 6-game losing streak, trying to snap that. And a good sign is they've got the lead in the football. They will run for the first time here with White. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Darnold. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one is incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Young. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. A 1st down throw for Young. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Young. And that one drops down, incomplete.
Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. About 3 yards there to the 27. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Out of the gun, it's Young. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake.
Good job.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Fournette, a first down carry. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Darnold. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The defense rising to the challenge and sending him back on the side. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. Carolina getting set to take the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now a first down throw for Young. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Now here's Young. To the right side, and he's got more complete. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw it. Again, he finds more. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And these two hooked up on a nice game to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll throw again. Young. And he's got his big tight end here. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 2nd down and goal. Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Tommy Trimble. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Young will set to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He's doing his job, but the bottom line, they're losing. They've got a deficit to make up here, and he knows it.
And quarterbacks who last in this league learn that lesson really early. You may have had a great stat line and felt pretty good about how you played, but if your team didn't win, it almost doesn't matter. And right now he's adopted that attitude. How do I get better? How does my team get better? How do we find a way to win the game?
Now he's hoping to lead his team to a successful drive. 2nd down and 7. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this ball's broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. So a change of possession here on the punt. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. To throw again on 2nd down. Young, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Leonard Fournette and the rest of the Bucs offense set to take over once more. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Well, the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. third down. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts on 1st and 10, Darnold, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To throw again on second down, Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fisher. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it's the Saints who are out in front as that inches closer to halftime. Jameis Winston has
the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. First and 10, Young. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Throwing again on second down. Young, and that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Young now. He's going to look deep for more. And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. To the air once more, Young. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Young to throw it. He finds his target, Allen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football,
There's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Young on 1st down. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. They overload him that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Young on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Allen. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Now Young. This is caught. Touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold dumps it off to Fournette. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Darnold. This is White on the screen. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Young. And that's incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. They just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Young. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vita Vea able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Again, it's Fournette. Dodges him at the 50, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown able to record his 5th sack of the season. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in a game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll give it up to McCaffrey, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. On 1st and 10, Young. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Not much there, only a yard.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Young. That's complete to Whiteside. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Young. And that is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Young. Open man, Whiteside. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the box 21.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
1st down, Young. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. On 2nd and 10. Young. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Young. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. On 2nd and goal. Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. On 1st down, it's Darnold. This is caught by Evans. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire 2nd half.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. He'll get that out to the flat to White. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Darnold. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Darnold completes it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Darnold to throw again. They'll swing this out to Fournette. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be a 2nd down. Here's Darnold. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Darnold. He finds his man, complete. It's Fisher. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Darnold now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game.
And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Point after, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. That time a 9-play drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The play fake, now Young. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's got room. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 90 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On 1st down, Darnold. It's caught. This is White. And he's blocked out at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the 24, Darnold. He'll leave this one for White. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more, and, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
Now a run with McCaffrey. Big hole up the middle, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Carolina, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it's yet another loss as they've